Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Hit that like button. We have a lot to talk about. So let's start with Porsha exposes Shamia on Instagram. Okay, so Porsha was bringing the receipts, and I want us to talk about it. I will also say that we can talk a little bit about the reunion for those who have watched the reunion as well. But let's get into Porsha bringing the receipts. So I'm going to share my screen. So shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. I hope you guys can see my screen. Hello, everyone. Hit that like button so everyone knows we are live. All right, so let's start from this receipt here. Okay, so unseen receipts from reunion episode 2, slide 1, lie 1. Okay, now, first of all, Angela, if you're listening, this is how you bring a receipt. Just FYI, just in case. These are the kind of receipts we like. We like video footage, we like screenshots. So next time, please, if you're going to bring the receipts, bring it like this, please and thank you, okay? Lie 1. Queen Shamia Unwagi, first wedding, I'm by her side as a bridesmaid, location Atlanta. Second wedding was in Africa. Reference interview at the Breakfast Club. Shamia stated, I only had one wedding, and she clearly had two. Now, I will be playing this for you guys so that you guys can hear it for yourself.
Beautiful bride. Congratulations. I love you.
Asante Sarah, Vicky.
Okay, so hello, bride. Congratulations. Now, whatever you lot want to call it, there was some sort of ceremony and Porsha was in attendance. She had the whole traditional outfit on. It looks like a traditional wedding to me. Now, we know she's going to deny it soon enough, but this looks like a traditional wedding. Okay? Now, let's continue with the receipts. Slide 2, lie 2. I sent Shamia flowers to congratulate my bestie for her joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her video she made thanking me. I have to laugh because it's like, Shamia, if you were planning to come for Porsha, it's not working, sis. You look crazy. Shamia is jealous of Porsha's it factor and lights. That's why she matchmake her with Scammer Simon, allegedly, okay? Because word on the street is that apparently Porsha and Simon knew each other allegedly before they even said hi to each other on the TV screens. Remember, we talked about, I don't know if I was talking about it at the time, but I remember I was involved in a lot of conversations about the way Porsha came into that scene. It was very weird, like fist bumping the guy. So, yeah, word on the street is something is there. There's something brewing between, there's something more that we don't know about how Porsha and Simon met, but we will find out soon enough. As far as I know, there is a blogger that is a content creator that has an interview coming up. I can't remember her name. I think it's Michelle. She has an interview coming up with Simon. So I can't wait to watch that because I need to know. I remember the African wedding, and the reason Porsha couldn't come, it was two reasons: medical, and her and Shamia, the snake, were not on good terms. Exactly. This is the thing. And I think people forget these things, that two things could be true. Yes, she had some sort of medical condition that stopped her from traveling. And then also, her and Shamia were not on good terms at the time. It's like, if I'm not on good terms with somebody, I'm not going to be wondering why they're not coming to my wedding. If anything, I'm going to be hoping that they don't show up to my wedding because I don't want no drama. And so I just don't get it at all. Really don't get it at all. They were introduced by Shamia, and he was Dennis's business partner. Oh, interesting. That would explain, because I remember Dennis said something, I think at it was on Porsha's channel or Porsha's YouTube channel, and it was something about how he reached out to or met up with Dennis at the airport or saw Dennis at the airport, and was suggesting, was asking about Porsha, something like that. So my thing is like, I just felt like, how would he feel very comfortable asking about Porsha if it's not like, one, maybe he's interested or he has that relationship with Porsha? Interesting. I did not know anything, all of that backstory, Lady Poor, about or what you're saying about Michelle. I do not know about that at all. Yeah, like I just stumbled on her channel recently, actually, so I did not know anything about that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the interview. I want to see what is said, what is being said. Yeah, I want to know, like, what, even though of course it's Simon, so I don't really know if we can generally believe it, but I'm hoping that once Simon puts it out there, Porsha can either bring us the receipts like she's doing here or clarify for us. But yeah, guys, hit that like button. The likes are still not matching the amount of people in here, so please hit that like button. Don't be stingy with the likes, please and thank you. All right, let's get back into the receipt, honey. The receipts. Slide 2, lie 2. This is cracking me up because it's like, imagine you're in court. Oh, Lady Po is refreshing my memory. I did not, for some reason, it didn't click for me. You all know I don't be in these YouTube streets like that. So I did not know any of that. Even though I think I covered the story, but I did not know that that was the same person. Oh my God, I'm the weirdest. Anyway, so slide 2, lie 2. This is interesting because it's given, you know how like you're in court and there's exhibit 1, exhibit 2, that is what is given. I don't know if Porsha wrote all of this. Porsha probably told her team, like, this is what I need you all to say. And somebody was probably like, I'm on it, and started drafting. This is just my speculation, by the way. This is me just being silly. Porsha may have written it, but I'm just like, maybe it ain't Porsha. Maybe it's someone from her team. And the person was just like, I'm going to just write this out and put this out. That's what I think. But anyway, what is with all of the messages? Sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear. Who is messaging me so much? Sorry, let me put my phone on DND. Let me put my phone on DND. Oh, you think Porsha wrote all of that? Okay. Maybe she did. Maybe she did. But yeah. Okay, slide 2, lie 2. I sent Shamia flowers to congratulate my bestie for her joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her video she made thanking me, followed by an excited congratulatory phone call I made to her. So here's the thing. Sounds like she sent flowers. She made a phone call to her. She was excited, as well as a lengthy caption and Instagram post, 4 slides of peach photos of excitement celebrating Queen Nwanji as a full-time housewife in Peach Holder, right? Now, here's the thing. If you guys, before I play the video, I want to say something. Let me just give some context, because I know people are getting away with this whole thing and feeling like, oh, Shamia versus Porsha, and we're forgetting some facts that we need to remember. Shamia basically insinuated that Porsha wasn't really congratulating her about getting a peach. Imagine that this girlie went out of her way. She didn't have to do that. She was going through a public divorce and everything. She didn't have to do all of that. She could have just said, do you know what? So much is going on in my life right now. I can't make any Instagram posts. She made an Instagram post. Pictures of pictures, right? She sent flowers. If that's not sweet, I don't know what is. Most people wouldn't even do all of that. All you get is a text message, especially because you've been on the show before. This show is not, you're not new to the show, right? Yet she congratulated you. Yeah, she was sitting on this the whole season. Absolutely. I feel like Porsha was just like, this is what I think. I think Porsha wanted to see what exactly Shamia did before she responded. Because, you know, it's one thing to hear people say things. And bear in mind, Porsha has been on the show for a long time. She knows that the girlies are going to make up stuff. The girlies are going to like twist things. She knows that. So I think she chilled, waited it out, and just thought, do you know what? Let me wait it out and then see what Shamia actually said. Because she could have said it on the show, but she chose not to say it on the show. I think she was waiting. She was like, okay, let me sit on it. Let me see what Shamia actually ends up saying about me before I say anything. Because I think Porsha is smarter than people give her credit for. I think Porsha knows that Shamia is probably going to be playing victim, and she was ready for it. So she's like, before I go and say something and react like that, let me chill, let me pause. First, think about it, watch the clips myself, and then respond. I hope Porsha recorded the phone calls with Shamia. I hope so too. But the problem is she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. Because if she does, people would say, oh, so you've already been plotting on your friend the whole time. Why would you record a phone call with your friend? Right? If she doesn't record it, then Shamia can say anything. And she's already said what she had to say, right? So it's one of those like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, honestly speaking. Yep, you've got to record phone calls with people like Shamia. I agree completely. People like Shamia are very dangerous, and I'm actually surprised that a lot of people are not really talking about it. I think a lot of people are consumed with their hate for Porsha, that they're not actually addressing the evidence, right? I think people are blinded by Shamia's wealth, and I get it. She's a wealthy woman. Amazing. I love that for her, right? But my thing is, like, beyond all of that, right? The way in which she has navigated this is horrible. There's no reason for you to be out here coming on the show that your best friend is on. You want to take her platform away from her and then push her out? That is crazy to me. And it's so disappointing because I feel like that's what they always do. And now I'm like, I wouldn't even blame Porsha if Porsha didn't want Shamia on the show anymore, because look at how it's turned out. Now I understand why Porsha was so protective of Dennis being on the show, because she knows how these things can get. You know? So I'm just like, yeah, Porsha has her faults, but at the same time, it's like seeing how this whole Porsha and Shamia thing is playing out is crazy to me. I feel like Shamia had a plan and was in the alliance. What do you guys think about the alliance? Do you think there was really an alliance that Shamia, Kelly, and Britt were in? Also, do you think Porsha was part of that alliance? Because I've heard people talk about the alliance, and I'm just curious, like, what y'all think? Do you guys think she was actually part of the alliance? Now, whilst you guys are letting me know about that, I'm going to keep reading this. So, actually, let me play. That's my alarm to journal. Ignore it. I don't know why I have so many alarms. There's probably going to be another alarm in like 30 minutes. Anyway, let me play this for y'all, man. Oh, I thought there was a video. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I wish I could turn this down, but anyway.
Now that boys must send me to get those flowers up in this mud. Look at these things. Okay, I like it. I love it. Oh. And you do it. And you do it. Ooh. And they smell so good. They smell so. Do it. You gotta, and when you get up, Pete, you get some flowers from your best friend. You get up, Pete, you get the flowers, and you then go in. Ooh.
For some flowers. First of all, I'm just like, she did all of that for some flowers. That is crazy. Like, wow. Okay, girl. All right. So you were clearly very pleased. So what happened between when you got those flowers to you being on the show? I just don't get it. And I'm just like, a lot of people are giving Shamia grace, and I'm like, okay, everyone needs grace, but girl, we also need to hold you accountable. Why were you so excited about the flowers? Why are you kicking and excited and jumping about those flowers and acting like she didn't congratulate you? You may feel like, okay, she didn't take you out, okay, but she congratulated you. Why would you make it seem like it was just a text message when that was not the truth? It's like you got to be careful. And here's the picture that she posted, right? You have to be careful of these people that like are willing. It's like people that are willing to lie on you just to prove their point. It's like, okay, fine. We're not cool. We're not the best of friends. Okay, no worries. But for you to then lie on me and literally make it seem like I didn't congratulate you and I didn't want you on the show. When I sent you flowers, I called you, I sent you a text message. It's like, what more do you want from this girl that's going through a divorce, public divorce? The man is dragging her left, right, and center. Did you say anything out to support your friend publicly? No, you didn't at the time. Did you even send her flowers for what she's going through? Did she say anything about that? So I just think like the cracks are showing. I think everyone or a lot of people thought it was Porsha all along, but Shamia is just as bad, if not worse. Actually, she is worse in my opinion, because it's one thing to just be a self-absorbed friend. It's another thing to be a liar and be willing to lie on your friend just to prove your point, and to come on your friend's platform to then try to expose them and kick them out of their spot. That is a different kind of sinister to me. Now let's continue. Let's the update. Okay. Shamia responded and said, again, I had one wedding that took place in Nairobi, Kenya. What you attended was my dowry ceremony in my mom's backyard. Second, you sent flowers my birthday week just before we started filming. I had my peach for over a month. I want to pause there for a second. Okay, she attended a ceremony. Some people do multiple ceremonies, right? They do ceremonies where it's like, okay, they would do one here with their family and friends, and then the next one will be a destination wedding, which of course you're invited, but whoever can attend, right? I knew someone who was getting married. I couldn't attend the destination wedding because it was out of the country, and at the time I just couldn't travel, right? Imagine the person then decides like, yo, I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, okay then. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't come. Not to now talk of someone that you had issues with at the time. It's just weird to me. And then she says, you sent flowers my birthday week just before we started filming. I'd had my peach for over a month. Okay. A month. Are we playing games? Seriously. A month. A month. A whole month. Things happen. Do you think she's sitting down? First of all, she may have been busy. Life may have happened. She's going through a divorce. She was a month late. Okay, what do you want? It's like, have you met people that are just so exhausting? It's like genuinely so exhausting. It's like, what is going on? She was a month late. Okay, but did she congratulate you or she didn't congratulate you? What is it? Instead, you were sulking, you felt that way, you were resentful of your friend, and you decided not to have the conversation like a grown adult. You have no one to blame but yourself. Porsha is like most cancers, they are some really sweet and sensitive people. Yep, I definitely think like Porsha is a lot more sweet and sensitive than people actually think. I do think she's a bit self-absorbed, but I do think that, yeah, she is really sweet. She is really sweet. And if she was such a bad friend, why are you practically begging? Why are you begging to be back friends with her? It doesn't make sense. She is a horrible friend. Okay, then move on. It's like, say what you want. You kept doing things, speaking to everybody. It was almost like you wanted a reaction from her, and she wasn't giving you a reaction. So you kept going and you kept going and you kept going. It's like people like you are worse, right? You really need to keep an eye on people like them because they go overboard. The whole season, Porsha said not a thing. Not once did Porsha say a thing about Shamia. And I think I need people to remember this because everybody keeps forgetting. Not once did Porsha say anything. That is crazy to me. Oh, your youngest set of twins are, oh, it's their birthday. Happy birthday to both of them. Are they boys or girlies? I'm just curious. Oh, a boy and girl. Let me know. Happy birthday to both of them. I hope they're having an amazing day. Okay, she told her congratulations. So that should have been enough. Exactly, live by design. Exactly. Tell me about it. It's like I texted you congratulations. This is not your first rodeo. You've been on the show with me for a long time, as a friend of the show. So it's like me sending you congratulations should have been enough. Instead, I even sent flowers. Now you're annoyed about the timing of the flowers. That's hilarious. Because when you received the flowers, you were out here jumping for joy. You did a whole song about it. Ooh, it smells good. Whatever she said. It's like, girl, what is it? It doesn't make any sense, right? What does she want to parade? Exactly. That is what it feels like. It's like, what do you want? Like Shamia just seems exhausting, like a friend that you have to constantly reassure. Oh, I love you, sis. Oh, it's okay, it's you and I, sis. Remember how she had that sit down with Porsha, and then she said Porsha did not want to like talk about their friendship on the show. Yet you kept talking about the friendship on the show because you had a plan, you had a scheme, you had an alliance allegedly. And so it was just like, whatever the case may be, you were surprised that Porsha was not playing into it and Porsha refused to jump on it. That's what it's given. Shamia has a lot of the money, husband and kids, but she doesn't have fame nor the it factor that Porsha has. Yep, I think that's really what it is because it feels very much like those people that would, it's like your friend wants a job, you get them a job, and then they want to come and try to get you fired from your job. It's like that level of venom. And that's why I say, like, initially, I was one of those people who were like, okay, I feel like Shamia is wrong. Why are you talking about your friend? Blah, blah, blah. But I thought, like, okay, they could move on and move away from it. But I feel like, nah, things are too far. I feel like Shamia has too much venom that I don't really see it coming back from this. I think they may try to be cool eventually if she stays on the show, but I don't actually see them coming back from it. I really don't. I do not. Because Shamia took it too far, in my opinion. It's one thing to then be saying, lying on me, saying I'm part of an alliance when I wasn't part of an alliance. Like, I would be pissed. I don't even think there's any coming back from you lying on me, to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm not going to hold grudges, but I'm not going to keep you close either. Because now I can't trust you because you will lie on me to save your own A. And that's how I see it when it comes to the whole Shamia and Porsha thing. Live by design. Porsha actually looks nervous because she felt Shamia will turn on her. I agree. I think even you could tell at the reunion that she even had that nervous energy. It was that like energy of like, wow, I'm really going to have to go at someone that I actually care about because they have continued to slander me. They've continued to talk about me in interviews. They've continued to speak about me. How many interviews did Porsha do? How many interviews was she out here talking about Shamia? No, like it's not right. It's not nice. And I know people love to hate Porsha and for different reasons and for some valid reasons. I get it. But in this situation, Shamia is hella wrong. The fallout would not have happened if Shamia was not running her mouth to the girlies. The fallout would not have happened if Shamia wasn't teaming up with certain folks. If Shamia was not allegedly in an alliance, okay? If Shamia was not lying on her so-called bestie. It's like, leave your bestie out of it. Oh, they're 22 today. Oh, amazing, amazing. Happy birthday to them. I hope they have such a wonderful time. Lady Paul, I never cared for Shamia. Sis, you have you're a great judge of character. Because a lot of people fell for Shamia. Even though in episode 1, I loved the wealth and everything, I kept saying, I felt like there were some things. I'm like, And I remember like a lot of my videos, I kept talking about how some of the things Shamia is doing, some of the things Shamia is doing. And I remember like some people were just in my comments lighting me, like, being really rude to me about it. And I'm like, girl, please. Talking about maybe Porsha paid me and all that kind of stuff. There were some comments that I even had to delete because I was like, please, I don't want this negativity on my page. Like, what the hell? But it was like people were really like coming for me because they were all enamored with the whole Shamia wealth thing. And it's so crazy how Shamia went from being the fan favorite. Imagine going from being a fan fave, people that everyone was loving, to then being the one that is most hated is crazy to me. It's like a fall from grace, a huge flop. She always came across as fake. Sis, you clocked it before we all did. I know her type, fake as hell. She definitely is fake because I don't know how you have to be fake to hang out with me for over 10 years and have beef with me, have deep-rooted issues against me. Yet we go out together, we go on trips together with our husbands, we're practically together, always kikiing and hanging out, but you have all these deep, venomous issues? Sis, no thank you. No, if that's what a friend is, please miss me with that. Porsha is like me. I disengage from anything that makes me feel iffy. I completely see it. And I remember when I was saying that, like, I do feel like Porsha clocked her, but Porsha was just like, okay, I know who she is. I'm gonna be cool with her. We'll have fun together, but I'm not going to really trust her. I think that that's what Porsha was really on. And I think Porsha saw what she wanted to do with that scene where she wanted to like light Porsha, and Porsha was just like, yeah, nah, I do not have the energy for this today, so I will contain this until I'm ready to deal with it. And Porsha was like, I'm gonna do my research, get my receipts in order, and then we will come back and address this. I'm not giving Shamia grace. Lady Poet is so funny to me. She's like, I'm not giving Shamia grace. I'm keeping my foot on her lion neck. Okay. To be honest, I understand because she has lied so much. She has lied so much. Like, I don't even think, well, actually, I still saw a few people giving her like really big graces. Like, they were practically like, yeah, well, Porsha is a bad friend. I'm like, shush, man. You say Porsha is a bad friend, but the person that has exhibited all the bad friend tendencies in this season is Shamia. What does the evidence suggest? Guys, could it be that you have been fooled by Shamia's act? These are the questions, right? These are the questions I need the people that are riding for Shamia to answer. Because I don't know how you can write for this. The lies are too much. It's like, I wish I had that meme. The lies. Right now, that is what is given. The lies. That's why Porsha didn't seem locked in this season. Absolutely. I feel like Porsha was just like, I don't know what is going on. Also, did you guys hear during the reunion? I know they were speaking over each other, so it was hard to hear. But I feel like I heard Porsha say that she called Shamia and she was like, why are we not filming together this season? Something like that. Not knowing that there was already an alliance to allegedly take her down. Now, let me know if you guys heard that. She just couldn't figure out why she felt uncomfortable, but it was because there was a whole alliance against her. Exactly. It's like, that's very, very intuitive. You know? Definitely very, very intuitive that she knew that something wasn't right. And that's the thing, if you're friends with someone for a long time also, chances are you can kind of spot when something is different about them, when they're playing both sides. And I think she's been friends with her long enough to know that she's playing both sides. And so I think that's why Porsha was just like, okay, let me not play into her hands. Let me see what the receipts are saying first. And then I can address it. That's what I genuinely believe. I think she knew there was something there, but she was like, yo, let me wait. Let's bring the receipts. Let's see what she's actually said so I don't get in trouble for like outing her. And then let's deal with it. A twin brother gives people grace and chances. Oh, you're talking about your children. Oh, yeah. I feel like there's always one that is like a lot more like lenient, and then the other one is like, nah, I ain't giving nobody no grace. I have twin brothers as well. So, like, yeah, there's always one. And like cousins that are twins as well. So it's very much like, yeah, you always have one that is very much like, yeah, spicy, giving everyone grace, and then the other is just like spicy. I'm like, nah, I don't have nothing for y'all. I'm not even a Porsha fan, but for me, wrong is wrong and right is right. I love people like you, sis, because you don't have to be a fan of somebody to speak up for what is right. And I feel like for me, what frustrates me a lot when I cover these shows is that a lot of people are not like that. They have who their favorites are, and it's okay to have favorites, right? For me, I started off, I always like all the girls and stuff, and then when I start to see behaviors that I don't like, then I call it out, regardless of whether or not I like you, right? So I really feel like I love when people can be as objective as possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but when we like take a step back and say, okay, watching the evidence, what is it actually showing us? And in this one, Shamia is showing herself to be a liar, not to be trusted, and a vindictive person. Live by Design said, and Shamina has been doing it for a while. She's in an alliance with Candy too against Porsha. I think so too. Because Candy to me has always been a little bit underhanded. And I say that because for someone who tries to make it seem like her and Porsha are cool and stuff, it's like you sure do things that show that you don't really see it for Porsha. And it's so sad because Porsha is always like so supportive of Candy. And I think Porsha genuinely feels like, yo, like, let's really put it to bed. I've apologized. Like, let's just move on. And I understand if Candy cannot move on. That's okay. Some people can't, right? If the allegations were serious, I get it if you can't move on. But I think just tell the girl, like, don't be out here acting like you guys are friends and you guys are cool, and then you do things that are very underhanded and sneaky. So that's just my qualms with Candy on that one. But I definitely believe Shamia was in an alliance with Britt and Kelly. Shamia had me thinking Porsha was the worst friend ever, even before the season started. Whatever you say, sis, a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people actually thought like Porsha was the most horrible person ever. And I think it was even easier for that to even happen because a lot of people already hated Porsha with the whole Simon business thing, right? And that was already well known. So I feel like Shamia was thinking, okay, the fans don't like Porsha. The fans already think she's a bad friend. It's time for me to jump ship. And then let me just use all of these things that they're saying to secure my peach. On that note, please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.